Hello everyone, today I wanted to do a comparison of the Convoy L21B and the Convoy C8. Plus I want to keep the talking to a minimum so we can go straight to the beam shots at the end. But the main thing I want to do is just show you what these lights look like next to each other, the differences, some of the main differences between each of them as well. Okay, I've used them both for quite a while now. This one more than a week. This one I've had for at least a few months. Okay, and basically they come with a few different emitters, and you can change them. This one's got a NM1 emitter, a CSLNM1 emitter. This one's got a CSLPM1 green emitter as well. But you can get other emitters in there. The SFT40. You can get the XHP 70.3 high, quite a few different emitters. I've chosen more throwier emitters, and of course you can see there's a bit of a size difference in the bezel. The M21B is 62 millimeters, whereas the C8 Plus you're looking at 44 millimeters. Okay, so you're not going to have a chance in hell pocketing this one. This one you probably be able to get away with it, though it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay, another difference is that they take different cells. 18650 cell for the C8 Plus and a 21700 cell for the L21B. But really, I mean, look, the battery tubes look pretty similar. There's not a huge difference. For me, I prefer to get the 21700 cell versions of these sort of lights these days, because it just means you get a bit of extra runtime. But if you want to have a light that's a little bit slimmer, the 18650 is good. Both have smooth reflectors in there, unscrewable bezels as well. Very basic designs, you know, in terms of, you know, a lot of flashlights out there. And I like the minimalistic, that simple design. Okay, as long as it works, it does the trick in dissipating that heat. That's all I'm concerned about. At the end of the day, I think performance is the biggest factor in why I buy a flashlight. And this one doesn't have much sort of cutouts on the head, whereas this one does. Okay, this one has a bit of an anti-roll feature due to that, whereas this one's just gonna sort of keep on going. Okay, big difference in output as well. You've got the same sort of tail switch design and the same UI as well. This is the 12 mode configuration. You can change the modes in there by going to the mode configuration menu to a whole sort of array of modes depending on what you want to get out of this light. In terms of the performance, again, like it depends on the emitters that you have in there. You know, this one's got the NM1 emitter and the PM1 on the left, which I compare. But if you have the same emitter in both of these flashlights, you know, the L21B is going to outperform the C8 Plus in terms of overall throw. It's just got a larger reflector in there. All things being equal, it's going to throw further. There's no question about it. Similar sort of beam profiles. Okay, you're going to get a very bright, intense hotspot in the center, surrounded by a ring of usable spill. Okay, so really in terms of considerations, you're just looking at the size of the emitter. You know, you're looking at the battery configuration as well. 21700 here for the L21B, 18650. If you need the extra runtime, get the L21B. If you want a smaller thrower that you can potentially just keep in your pocket, put in your bag, something like that, this one's going to be a lot easier to carry around than the L21B, attract less attention as well. It's much more efficient, and especially if you're getting the NM1 emitter in here as well. I mean, this is going to be a really good host and a really good reflector to maximize the throw of that NM1. Price-wise, the C8 Plus in certain configurations is going to be nearly $10 cheaper than this one here, the L21B, the green edition. If you get the white emitter, it's going to be about a $10+ difference between both of these lights. So yeah, another consideration to have in mind. So if you need the extra throw, you want some better heat dissipation, I think just get the L21B if you don't mind the size of it. Otherwise, the C8 Plus is fantastic. Probably the best value out of both of these lights if you look at its overall performance. So let's cut to the beam shots. But before we do me a favor and click the like button if you're enjoying this video. It helps me get my videos out to more people. And if you want to see more torchlight reviews, make sure you subscribe. This is the Convoy C8 Plus. It's got the NM1 CSLNM1.TG emitter, and that's how it looks. Very small hotspot, decent amount of spill. Put that up against the Convoy L21B on the right. Okay, just ramping it up. Okay, so you can see the different brightness modes, and you can see, you know, with the definitely with the PM1 it is brighter in overall brightness and the intensity of that hotspot, especially with this green emitter. But you know, the actual hotspot size is quite similar. The C8 has just a marginally, like a slightly larger hotspot, more diffuse sort of hotspot. Okay. The L21B, as you can see, has an intense hotspot, but then like a sort of softer spill around the edges of the center of the beam. It's an interesting beam profile, whereas the C8 just looks very clean, looks extremely clean, and just only with the hotspot. Really, it's difficult to tell. Let's go up to the top of this thing. Okay, well, you can see definitely that L21B is a bit, it is brighter, significantly brighter, and illuminating further. Okay. But they are holding their throw, the brightness, for a significant period of time. I can feel the L21B starting to get hot.